an energetic process to assist your body in healing, shifting, working through the layers of a particular aspect of the body physically that has a dissonance, a discomfort, a pain. It could even be pathology. But I like to just go more with dissonance, because when there's a dissonance, it gets our attention and it's an opportunity to move into a more harmonic vibration. So recognizing that you, the soul, are not the body, but you empathically feel the body 24/7. You might have a little bit more awareness, consciousness than your body. You might be a little bit more awake than your body. Your body might be a little more awake than you. But regardless, just take a moment and just feel into the area in the body that gets your attention. And then as you bring your conscious awareness to that area, then take a moment to invite your higher self, body Diva's higher self, to work with the energetic fields of guides to reference that region of the body etherically in the etheric form of the body. So now you're using your position here in the physical dimension to witness your body in its etheric form, to have your body focus on that area in its etheric form. So if it's the low back, you're witnessing your body, referencing its etheric form and referencing the low back in the etheric form. And then very compassionately say to your body, body, is it possible that you're holding energy etherically in this zone of your body, and that energy is not yours? You might be holding responsibility, you might be holding emotions, you might be holding trauma, you might be holding fragments that belong to another. Body, what would it feel like to use your higher self, your energetic fields, to return any energy that you were holding in this body part that is not yours? And then you, soul rider, just witnessing, using your mental body to hold a focal point, but using the space for the energetic fields of the body to return any energy it's holding in that region that does not belong to the essence of your body. And you just silently say, body, return. Return anything that isn't yours off that body part. Body, use your higher self, your energetic fields, to return any energy you're holding that is not yours. Return it, return it, return it back to its right and perfect place. Send appropriate energetic information. Return, return, return. Clean that region of any energy that is not yours. Return any fragments you might be holding. Return any responsibility you might be holding that isn't yours. Return any trauma that you're holding that isn't yours. Return any emotions that you're holding that isn't yours. That's somebody else's fuel. Return it back to their body, Deva. Return it to the soul rider. Return it to whomever. Turn it back to them where they have the capacity to receive it. And you, soul rider, are witnessing your body returning all energy that it's holding in that region that does not belong to your body. And that is step one. Return energy that does not belong back to its right and perfect place where it has a capacity to be received. And then breathe. And that might just be one process that you do. You might spend 5 or 10 minutes just witnessing your body returning all energy off that body part. It could be ancestral, it could be previous incarnations, it could be fragments. And interestingly, sometimes in previous incarnations or even in this incarnation, when we have harmed another, or a body has harmed another body, we take a fragment of their energy. And where we harmed them is the fragment we take from. So if in a previous incarnation, we chopped someone off at the knees, we took fragments of their knees and we're holding those fragments in our knees, or the neck, or the stomach. We were barbaric in previous incarnations. Now, in some regions in this world, there's still barbaric behavior, but you've gotten to a point at this time in your incarnation where you are not in the barbaric energy, but we might still have the residue of our barbaric moments. And so when you return fragments of anyone you ever harmed off of those body parts back to the right and perfect place along with appropriate energetic information, you are then no longer negatively empathically impacted by those fragments, and those souls and body devas can start to heal. So you're returning the fragments of any harm you ever caused another, this incarnation, previous incarnations. And then breathe. And there's another layer coming through. Again, it kind of has to do with this fragments, trauma. If in this incarnation, previous incarnations, we've been very judgmental, we're engaging our mental body in abusive behavior. So if we've been really judgmental of others, every time we are judgmental of another person, we actually take a little fragment of their mental body, which then starts to negatively impact our mental body and could cause memory issues, Alzheimer's, dementia, short-term memory loss, long-term memory loss. And so if we've been super judgmental this incarnation, previous incarnations, invite your higher self, body devas, higher self, and teams to reference any fragments that you were holding that belong to other people from all moments you ever judged another, and return all of those fragments back to everyone at the level of their higher selves that you judged, sending appropriate energetic information, returning any responsibility back to them in a whole and healed state. Returning all those fragments out of your mental body back to them at the level of their higher selves where they have capacity to receive it, for the soul, for the body, for the teams. And that starts to lighten, expand, brighten the mental field as we return those fragments. And at certain points in time in our evolution, we all go through a phase where we judge another. And so we might have a lot of fragments in our mental body that belong to others of all those moments we've judged another. So just return the mental fragments back to its right and perfect place. Lots of layers on this one. So then the next sort of step 2 in the body healing, body is returned all of the energy that does not belong to itself. And remember, with all of these protocols, our energetic fields are like a muscle. And so the more we do it, the deeper the work goes. So you could just do this every single day of returning fragments. Anytime you harmed another, return any energy that you might be holding in those body parts that are not yours. Step 2, body deva, using your higher self, your energetic fields, referencing this region. You've just cleared everyone's energy off. And body, what are the emotions that you are holding on this body part? Processing your emotions in your physical etheric field. And body, what would it feel like to use your higher self, your energetic fields, to push those emotions that you're holding in your physical etheric field into your emotional field? Push the emotions you're holding in your etheric physical field into your emotional field out of that body part. And again, you soul rider are witnessing, visualizing that etheric body part, encouraging your body to push the emotions out of the physical etheric field. The physical body has an etheric vibrational aspect to it. Push it out of the etheric physical field into the emotional field where you can actually process the emotions. And then use your emotional field and the vibration of all of those emotions to activate your desired vibration in your individual divine cosmic loop. Anytime the body has something going on physically, it's actually trying to activate a particular vibration in its individual divine cosmic loop. So it's like, body, use those emotions in your emotional field to activate your desired vibration in your divine cosmic loop. Body, use your emotions in your emotional field in the appropriate dimension to activate the desired vibration in your divine cosmic loop. And that might just be a mantra that you're in anytime you start to feel into that body part. Body, use your higher self, your energetic fields to push your emotions out of your etheric physical field into your emotional field. Use those emotions, energy in motion, in your emotional field to activate your desired vibration in your individual divine cosmic